Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Afrocentrist Podcast. I am your host, the energetic EJ, and I'm super excited because it is April, the beginning of Q2 and my birth month. So this month, I am just going all out to see that every day of the week there is a content coming up or coming out or being published on the Afrocentrist Podcast on our YouTube channel and then eventually on our audio channel. So welcome to this month. I'm super excited because it's my birth month. So allow me this month. I'm going to be extra everywhere you turn and see me. Just know, oh, okay, it's April, right? Oh, we understand, right? So accept me as I am. But thank you for joining us today on the show. So basically, we are doing this live so that it can be quick, it can be fast, and we can connect and you can get to watch or catch the replay if you're unable to join us live. But if you're able to join us live, fantastic. You are welcome. I'm going to engage you as we go on the show today. Now, let me just quickly plug this in. If you've enjoyed any of our content so far, on any of the segments that we have. For a while, we have not had the business Monday, but I'm glad that it's back. Yay! And it's back for good. So we're going to be on Business Monday. We feature businesses who have solutions, product or services for other businesses. And so if you have enjoyed any of our segments, any of our content, and you'd like to support the work that we do here, please, later on, you can check the description of this video and you can, support us by buying us a cup of coffee, right? You can buy us a cup of coffee. It's basically like a form of donation where you are able to support the work that we do because we do need more people to know or to listen to our content, to learn from the amount of knowledge that we're sharing from our guests that come in every week. So we want more people to, hear it, and we need, those funds to be able to push, to market, and do all of those things. So if you'd love to support us, please click on the Buy Me a Coffee link that you're going to see in the description of this video or of the audio content. All right. So today on the show, I have a super duper special guest, and she's going to be talking on something very, very interesting. Of course, this is a segment, and it's going to, it's a segment that is a bit niche, right? So every business has their own audience. So this is going to appeal to people in the beauty industry. So you want to pay attention. And if you're thinking of starting a business in that area, then this is for you. My guest on the show today is Adebusola, who is a cosmetic formulator and the lead coach at Forever Yasaf Academy. She started out in the natural skin and hair industry with the desire to create healthy ways to care for her family's skin and hair. This further led her to helping a lot of people around her either solve their skin issues without having to use harsh or toxic products. Now, I'll talk about sustainability. This is what we're talking about. People who care about the kind of product that you put on your skin so that you're not hurting your skin, but at the same time, you are glowing and you are shining. All right. And today, she'll be talking on 5 things to do before you start your skin or hair care brand, which means that this industry is open to everybody. You can hear the little story she shared in her bio now, and she's going to, tell us a little bit more about that she just set out to cater for her own family. But today she's catering to more families because that issue or that challenge is, is applicable to a lot of people around us. So that means that if she's able to do that outside of our own family, it means that there's still a lot of people. And we're talking about Africa here, for example. Africa is so large. So it means that if Adebusola is able to, serve a sector of people, there's still a bigger market out there. And that if you are able or willing to join in that market, you are able to also, prefer solution and then and be able to earn income that way. And I've seen some of her, if you follow her on Instagram, and she's going to share those details later, but I've seen her reviews of her students who, go and learn how to make this, make that, and they come back and like, oh my God, I've attended different kind of lessons or lectures or trainings, but yours is so different. And that's something, to pay attention to. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up on stage my guest, Adebusola, and she's going to be sharing with us again 5 things to do before you start your skin and hair care brand. So that means that she's a business and she's helping other businesses set up a business. So even if you're not thinking about this before, but you've already found that I'm fascinated about beauty. I can't see somebody's skin and not compliment it or ask, what do you use on your skin? How are you shining like this? This could be a pointer to the fact that you are interested in this kind of business and you can actually take it beyond just complimenting people or asking people what they use, by actually beginning to produce something to help other people with their skin issues. All right. So I'm going to bring on stage now Adebusola. Hi.
Hi, energetic EJ.
Can you hear me? Hold on. I think I can't hear you yet. Let me just confirm right now with my. Say something again.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Okay. I cannot hear you. I don't know why that is. Can you speak again? Let me know. Your mic is not muted, is it?
Hi, it's not.
Okay, fantastic. Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
yeah.
All right.
So good to be here. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, yes.
Why did you have to sound that way?
Okay, so sis, how are you today?
I'm very well. Very well.
Awesome. Awesome. Are you in Lagos or where are you connecting from?
Lagos, Nigeria.
Lagos. So how is Lagos today?
On my end, Lagos is fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's be positive.
I was going to say, this smile on your face is not so convincing, but let's be positive. I agree with you 100%. All right, fantastic. Before we dive into, you sharing 5 things for people to consider if they want to start out as, hair care or natural hair care or skincare brand, I know I've read a little bit in your bio that says you started out, to solve the problem for your family. But what happened? What's the story behind that?
Okay, so it was basically my son. He had a very dry skin, like scaly skin. Yes. So that piqued my interest. And also at the time, we had some form of challenges around being really active and in trying to study and know how to help. Some of the things I stumbled on was going natural with food and going natural with skin care products. So that
Mm,
got my interest, like skincare products. How does that affect, one's immune system or and stuff like that? And then for food, it was easy to navigate, getting
mm,
on natural stuff. But I got more interested in the skincare aspect. And then I found that, oh, many things we use don't actually just sit on the skin, they go into our bloodstreams. And
wow.
yeah, and the skin happens to be the largest organ of the body, but we
Mm,
just put different stuff on it without being conscious. And I learned, I began to learn on how to use natural oils, butters, black soap. I really got interested in that. I started
mm,
learning and making products for my family. I was able to make body oils to calm me down at night using essential oils. I never knew about essential oils at the time.
wow.
So, yes, so I started using essential oils, giving him a good massage before bedtime, and it worked really well, helped his skin, and I was impressed. So, when you get that kind of result, you want to know more, you want to do more. So,
Yeah.
I knew I had to be more than a DIY person, so I had to go learn. You know, I started making for people, and that was how the business started.
The business started. So how long ago was this?
This started in 2018 fully. I registered the business in
Oh,
2018. Yes.
wow. How has the journey been since then?
Uh, it's not easy to be an entrepreneur.
Please loud it, because I
Yeah.
think a wrong narrative or a false narrative was sold to us when entrepreneurship became a thing. Like, be fire your boss, be free with your time, come and
Yeah.
be.
Don't fire your boss like that. It's better to get
Calculatively do it.
started while you are with your boss and strategically, you know, get into your own space. It's not an
Mm,
easy ride at all. But you know, we keep going. We keep
yeah.
hitting challenges and overcoming them, and yeah.
What would you say is one of your biggest challenge so far with this, especially with this, niche of business? What has been your biggest challenge so far?
I think that would be putting myself out there and getting my brand known, because
No.
it's also a lot of competition. You know that thing, like you get an idea, you love it, and you're thinking everybody will just jump at it.
Jump on it.
They'll feel, yes, they'll feel your energy, and then oh boy, you find that you have a
Cricket.
million competitors in the business.
Wow.
Like I just started seeing all manner of businesses on Instagram. I'm like, this business is this common. How people many like this?
Oh
But
my
then I'm
God.
already inspired. I'm already driven. I'm already in it. I can't turn back. So I then realized that I have to grow. I have to grow and come out of my shell
Mhm.
to thrive in the business.
Yeah, and you need to just know exactly what differentiates you from all the millions of people out there. Because I
Yes.
personally believe, especially being in the knowledge space like this, I've now come to realize that, see, no matter how many of us are in the same business, we cannot all do it the same way because we bring
Hmm.
our uniqueness into the business. So
Yes.
it's about us as business owners now identifying that thing that separates us from the others. And if we can
Hmm.
leverage that, it doesn't matter. Because look, think about it, I mean, you stay in Lagos. If you enter Oshodi Market or Iyanokpaja Market, or you will see a line of people selling exactly the same thing if you enter inside the
Yeah.
market. And on a
Hmm.
on a daily basis, each of those people will still sell. Each of those people has customers that come
Definitely.
directly to their store, even though the next
Hmm.
person is selling the exact same thing. So I feel like
Yes.
at that point, we should have known that, see, it is not just about what you sell or the business that you're in, but about how you do the business, who you are yourself, so that you're able to connect with your kind, with your tribe. And no matter how many other people are doing the same business, your own tribe will still find you and say, no, I know you have that, but I have somebody. It's like me. I remember, when I was in Nigeria, I don't make my hair anywhere else. I'm sure that even if I go back and travel to Nigeria now and I need to make my hair, there's a particular person that I go to make my hair for me.
Really? Who is
Even
that?
in, even even in the sea of hairdressers that we have, I'm just so used to her making my hair. And so that's one of the things that separates us. And I love the fact that I said, having just saying it as is a struggle to just put your face to your business and just own it. Say, this is
Yeah.
me, this is what I'm here to do. Please, and just continually growing and saying, okay, how can I communicate my brand message better? How can I connect with my own kind of audience better? And that's the beauty about being an entrepreneur, the excitement
Yeah.
that you get to consistently grow on a daily basis, right?
And naturally
Fantastic.
being an introvert, it wasn't an easy task, right?
That thing no they work for business. So whether you're introvert,
It wasn't. You have to just
you have to come
being
out
a
of your shell.
perfectionist, someone who overthinks. You just have to come out. You have to grow. You have
Yeah,
to believe in
yeah,
yourself. And
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely fantastic. Okay, now let's dive into the conversation of the day. So, share with us, what are these five things that whoever is watching or listening to this right now and thinking maybe they already have some sort of love for skincare? I mean, when you mentioned dry skin, I'm like, hey, God, me, I've been battling dry skin for so long. Like, my skin is, I have a dry skin, but the oily face. So, my hands and my legs, I just if it were possible, I'll be wearing gloves all the time and socks so that
wow.
I can't shout. And when it's winter, it's even worse for me. I start to scale. My skin
Oh,
starts to literally scale off during winter. It's when it's summer and it's a bit humid, then I can manage, right? So anywhere I hear about skincare, like, oh, like, I'm always like, okay, will this work? For the longest time, I've tried creams, different type of products, and I don't know, right? So I'm interested as well, just to at least learn, if there's
yeah.
anything I can do, natural remedy, like you said. So tell us, for anybody watching or listening to this, what are those five things that they need to pay attention to if they are about to start their own business?
Yes, so before I forget, for the dry skin, I think the first thing would be to stay hydrated. You really need to up your um
Water
hydration.
game.
Yes, me
And that's a hard
too.
one for me, actually.
Yes, me too. That's the first thing. That's the first thing to do. So, but we can come to
Okay,
that later since that's
no problem.
skincare wise.
No
Um,
problem.
Starting a brand, I was able to list 5 things, even though you might have small branches. You know how it is. One A and B. Yeah. But
That's okay.
yeah. Firstly, I'll say have a niche. Have a niche in mind. Like, what do you want to focus on? You may not want to focus on both skin and hair together because it's actually a whole lot. Like when I started, I picked interest in both because, like I said, my family was my priority. So I wanted to grow my daughter's natural hair. I was excited about growing a natural hair, and I also wanted to help my son's skin. So I had to do both. But some other persons may just want to start with skin and then gradually move into hair, or start with hair and then gradually move into skin. So you need to identify the niche you want to go into. And then after identifying that, you want to know if, okay, so you want to know if you want to be the one to make the product or you want to outsource. Do you understand what I mean?
Hmm.
So there's something we call
Yeah.
private labeling. Do you want to
Oh, I see.
contract manufacturing out, or do you want to be the one to formulate the product? Now, for some people, it's possible they had like a BSc in cosmetic science and all of that. So you may not need to skill up. But for somebody
Ah,
like me who didn't have, an idea
that
about it,
background.
yes,
Hmm.
the background, I had to learn. So, and there's the other part of just selling cosmetic products. You may want to have a brand but not being the one either making them or maybe the products having your name. You may just want to stock nice products and
Okay,
sell.
that works. Yeah, and sell.
Yes,
Okay. Hmm.
yes. So you need to decide on which one
Which
you want
one
to go.
works for you?
Yes,
Hmm.
you need to decide on that. And getting the skill is where I also come in. I teach people in the academy how to make soaps, skincare products, hair care products, and all of that. But I would say,
Hmm.
even if you're not formulating, it would be nice to do some courses in maybe skin science or hair science because,
Ah,
yes, because alongside
so you're
it's
able to
only,
serve your customers better, right? By
yes, yes.
understanding their skin types and knowing what to
Yeah,
prescribe for them.
yes. Basic understanding like the Fitzpatrick scale of color. It just helps you to be able to consult better because people will ask questions. People may walk up to you and like, I have dry skin. What should I buy? You need to have some form of idea. Some people want to buy egg growth products that will grow their hair in 5 days. If you
Hmm.
don't have if you don't
Magicians.
hair now, like I want the hair now, and if you don't have like a basic understanding of hair science, you just put yourself under pressure. They'll come and call
Hmm.
you out that your products are not working, and you won't be able to say anything. So, whichever way, even if you're not going into the formulation of the product, it's good to have
Yeah.
understanding of skin science, hair science. Just do a course to give you better understanding in that
Understanding.
area.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So the next thing would be the laws and regulations. Now, this
Hmm.
space is a space that I'm not sure the regulations are so tight
Strict,
in
yes.
Nigeria.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's something you need to be to how will I put it? You need to
Aware
know
of
how to
or to take.
be aware of
Yeah.
that. I'm not that kind of person that would like to put products out there without knowing the rules and regulations. So one of the first things I did was to get our products registered with NAFDAC.
Approved NAFDAC. Correct.
Yes, in Nigeria. And so I would recommend that for anyone. Even if you don't get to register all your products, you can start with one or two, or three, and
Mm,
just have
mm,
it helps you to also set up properly. You're able to
yeah.
set up a good functioning lab, where you can make your
Mm,
product safely. Because even though we say natural skincare, we still work with some acids, and you want to be able to use them safely
chemicals.
in a safe space. Yes, so it's good to work by the regulations and the law that abide anywhere you are. Yes.
Well, that's
So
fantastic. Okay.
that would be my second point. And the third would be your branding.
Mm,
I spent a
very
lot of money.
important.
Spent a lot of money on this. Like, so
Oh,
yes, you need to work with a brand company, somebody that
a
can
brand
help you to,
strategist
yes, a brand to be able to tell your brand story.
story.
you know, yes, and maybe further helping you to create the look for your products, how you want your products to look, the name for your naming your products, your
Mm,
logo, your design. So you need to have a brand.
everything
Yes, so you need to kind of figure that out as well.
out.
Yes.
Awesome.
And something that is also very important, which would be my fourth, is being able to create a customer avatar. Who is your customer? This will
Hmm.
help you to be able to market to the right set of people
Per people. Hmm.
and be able to target a specific audience, because not everybody will fall into your clients. How do I put it now? Not everybody falls into
Not everybody
your
will, yeah, will
perfect
blend into
customer.
your audience sector. Yeah.
Mhm. So you need to know who you want to serve, be able to create a customer avatar. This is really important because the online space, has become one of our major ways of growing our
Yeah.
business. Yes,
Hmm.
and if you don't have that, you just be throwing money away. You just be dashing Facebook and Google money. So you need to know that so that you can target your adverts and your marketing to the right people.
Hmm.
You get it? Okay,
Yes.
so
Awesome.
and the fifth one will be your distribution channel. How do you want to sell? Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
have a physical store? Do you want to be I have cosmetic stores that are just strictly online. You don't walk in to buy anything. That's their own distribution channel. So you want to
Just
know,
deliver.
you want to decide if you're going to have a physical store, if you're going to be fully online, and if you want to stock in supermarkets and
Hmm.
outlets like that. If you plan to also grow into having distributors that would sell your products in states, that may not come initially, but
Immediately. Yeah.
yes, that may come immediately,
They
but
can be
that's
part
some.
of the plan from the beginning.
Yes, 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 yes. So I think with
Hmm.
these five, yes, you wouldn't go wrong. You wouldn't go wrong working with these 5 steps. You wouldn't go wrong
Oh.
from my experience. Yes.
From experience, fantastic. Okay, so let me ask a question. So when you want to start now, let's say there's somebody watching this or listening to this afterwards and saying, okay, these are things that are already in my mind. What would you say as somebody who has been here for about 3 years now or going to 4? What would be the capital in this area of business? What should the person put in mind? Like, okay, set aside this amount to start off.
So that means I'll be saying it in naira, right?
Yes, you
Because
can say it in naira, and then we can try
so
and do the equivalent in dollars.
yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I said you need to focus, you need to decide if you want to go with just skin or just hair. Because
Yeah.
starting with both is going to be more capital intensive and
Mm,
going to put you under more pressure. You understand? So
yeah.
for somebody that is just starting, let's say just the skincare, you can start something with 500,000
Okay,
naira.
naira. That's
Yes.
about a
So
thousand
I'm
dollars thereabouts,
yes, I'm
give or
saying with
take.
training, If you need to train, with training, um, getting your ingredients and starting off formulating, yes, 500,000 naira will go a long way.
We'll go. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's
And
not
also
bad.
with designing, making some stickers for your brand, and being able to put one or
But
two
that
products.
that does not include the NAFDAC approval yet.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Ah, okay. So it's just like maybe you want to test the waters and see, okay,
Yes.
this is good. Then once the demand is getting high, you can then start to do all those other plug in
Like
the,
being able to create and let people test for you, you
Mhm,
know,
mhm.
having people to test for you, your family, your friends. Yes, you can start with about 500.
Wow. So that's interesting. So when you now start with that 500, for test levels, um, if let's just say if the formulation didn't go well, but I guess it shouldn't be the case, because if they go through the route of getting trained, then they should
Yes,
get it
it
right,
wouldn't make
because it's not a trial and error at that point.
it's not a try. We will give you formulas, templates to work with, and if you follow, you won't go wrong. And then when you've gotten the basic, you can now begin to put in your creativity and tweak, things around. But for the practicals, definitely will give you something that works. Will show you how to develop a product, and you shouldn't go wrong with that. But some people, human beings.
I think for those people, it's not their calling, they just branched.
And I'm not putting in context those who do trainings for 2,000 naira. Those ones are just nonsense.
What you call those are the ones you call mugbamoya. I heard and I
Ah,
branched. Like it's
those
not.
ones are just nonsense. And they'll be telling you, how can your black soap cost be 10,000 naira? And you did one for 1,000. So if you did one for 1,000, why are you still here? Why are
Why
you
is he
coming to me?
looking? Why is he
You should
looking for
just
another?
create. So I'm not talking about those ones. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow, that's interesting though. That's interesting that people can just follow. But just let me just ask this again, because I'm like, okay, if I'm coming to the training, right? And I get this training. So let's say we are 50 in your class. You're going to train us with the same thing. How does 50 of us now have unique products if the basic is the same? Do you get what I mean? Is it just the
Yeah.
branding that now separates it, or are there other trade secrets in the back? You don't have to give it out, but like I just needed to know that thought process.
So, like I said, your creativity goes a long way in the skincare industry. We have loads of ingredients, a lot of ingredients. You cannot exhaust like the ingredients we have in one formula. So,
Hmm.
being able to play around with a lot of natural. That's why I love the natural aspect of what I do. Like
Hmm.
I can choose to work with saint leaf infusion. I can choose to work with dongoyaro that's neem. I can choose to
Ah.
work with, yes. So that's why I talked about a template. I already show you what's in the water phase, what's in the oil phase, and then we can look for different ingredients to suit.
To
Like I
spice it
work with
up or to
Yes, I work with students around the world, and some ingredients are not available, let's
in
say
other
in
parts of the world.
Yes, some
Hmm.
ingredients that I have here are not available in Barbados. But I tell my students what the functionality of that ingredient, and then we are able to find something else that can
Something.
replace what I have in that formula. So we are able to create different, especially for my one-on-one students, we go by creating unique formulas.
Unique. Wow.
Yes.
I
So
love
you
it.
see
I
that
love
I
it.
have a lot of formulas on my computer because I just work with what people have. Like a student in St. Vincent and Grenadines, right? She was trying to tell me that, oh, we don't have BTMS 50 here. Can I work with something called BTMS 25? I'm like, okay, let's Google it up. Let's Google it up and see if it fits in. So like that, we are able to
Hmm.
create different.
You know, As you're talking like this, what's coming to my mind is, isn't it amazing how infinite that is? That even though we have the same, templates to do, but there you see, like you say like you cannot exhaust the amount of ingredient
Uh,
that you can use to put. Like it's just amazing. It's
yeah.
amazing for me. Like that's putting in the creation, formula to tell
Mm-hmm.
anybody who is watching or listening to this that, see, it doesn't matter how many people in the world are doing what you're doing, there is still one thing that can separate you. And so if your fear is that, because I had to ask that question, because I'm sure that somebody would watch or listen to this and like, so if you are teaching us the same thing, how am I going to separate my own my own formula from the
Yes.
next person's formula that we went to school
Mhm.
together? But it's so
Yeah.
amazing to know, again, from a skincare expert here, to say, see, there is no end to what you can do with your formulation. With just
Yeah.
one ingredient, one natural ingredient, you can change the whole taste or smell or function of that product. And that is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Like, really,
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by the
And the
amount of
other aspect
abundance.
is also fragrances, where you get to use
Mm,
fragrance oils. You can do a mix, like you can combine some fragrances to get unique,
unique
unique smells.
smell.
And yes, so it won't necessarily look like we're doing the same thing. Yeah. But the
It's
most important thing is that
beautiful.
it works. It does the job.
It's beautiful. Like, abundance is everywhere, guys.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled that, oh, there's this space that is saturated. Yes, it is, but if it is something that is in your heart and that you know that you've been designed for, it means that you have a space there. So just
Mm-hmm.
go in and do away with the fear, do away with the doubts, do away with the competition. Yes, there are competitions, but there are still people who will not be able to relate with your competition, and they are waiting for you. So basically, I'm just saying, like, pointing it here, like, it for me is really fascinating that you can still see abundance and see, you know, that no limitation mindset even in this sector. And it's just beautiful for me. So it goes beyond just, talking about it, but look at it like, now, as in, seriously. I'm blown away at this point. I'm blown away.
Yes,
Thank you so
really.
much, Adebusola. Thank you so much. So if
Thank
anybody's
you.
watching or listening to this and they want to connect with you to say, you know what, I've been thinking about, starting my own hair or skincare brand, but I don't even know where to go, or, what if I want to try you out and say, okay, let me come for your training and see how can they do that?
We have a website, and that's www.foreveryesapacademy.com. You can also
Fantastic.
chat me up on Instagram at learn how to make natural soaps.
Why did
Is it
you choose that
natural
kind of
soap?
long name?
Well, it was also in practicing my social media marketing skills, right? So you find that sometimes people just go and type how to make natural soaps. And if you do that,
Ah, you
yes,
use keyword for your
and
username.
use
Hey,
keywords,
see
yes.
levels.
So that's the idea. I actually have one that is Forever Yes Up Academy, but people don't really see that. So I had to create another
Wow.
page to be able to type
It didn't occur to me. I'm like, why did she choose a long name? But now it makes
the
sense. Like,
keyword.
this
It's
is
the
what people
keyword.
search for. This is a keyword. Learn
It's
how
the
to make natural soaps.
yes.
Smart, smart move, smart move. Well done.
And it has really converted. I must tell you, it has really converted.
Wow.
Yes, I get a lot of people coming into.
Wow, because
So
actually, if they type how to make natural soap, you will come up
yes.
there.
So why will I be holding on to Forever Yasab Academy?
This
It's
is
not
so
bringing
good.
me the money.
Business people out there, are you hearing this? Are you listening to this? Are you watching this? Like, this is part of the creativity we're talking about. This is part of, you infusing what you're learning into your own brand to stand you out. This is brilliant. Like, I didn't even think about it. I was just thinking about the length in the first place. But now that you explained the
Yeah.
idea behind it, it makes a lot of sense. This is beautiful, really. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Adebusola. I have had fun listening to you and learning from you. And I do hope that our listeners and our viewers, on the other side of the screen, have also learned one or two things. I see one person online. If you have a question, you can type it in now. But otherwise, this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain on Business Monday. Thank you, Adebusola, for availing yourself to be
Thank you
here,
so
for taking
much.
time out of your busy schedule to be on the podcast today. Guys, I hope that you've learned one thing or the other from this conversation. I have just like learned a lot, seriously. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you have
Thank
any
you.
questions or contributions, please write us via theafrocentrist@gmail.com, theafrocentrist@gmail.com. Also, remember that you can support the work that we do here at the Afrocentrist podcast by supporting us with monthly donations by, guy buying us a cup of coffee using the link that says buy me a coffee in the description of this video or of the audio content that you are going to be listening to. Once again, it's been a pleasure being here with you today. And throughout this month of April, we're going to be showing up every day of the week, Mondays to Fridays, on our different segments. So today was Business Monday. Tomorrow we have Discovery Tuesdays and Discovery Tuesday. And tomorrow we have a very interesting, topic which says that how to deal with emotionally unavailable men, or so women get in here and come and listen. And
We'll
of
be
course on
here.
Wednesday and of course, on Wednesday, I have the woman, her story, her impact, where I get to share the stories of women across the world, sharing their stories and how they are impacting their world. And on Thursday, we have Thursday live sessions where we just bring in thought leaders, experts in their field to come and share knowledge. And on Friday is the fun day where we just unwind. As we get to the weekend, we can do anyhow on Fun Fridays also.
Mhm.
And if you're interested in joining us to do anyhow on Fun Friday, you just send me an email at theafrocentrist@gmail.com so that you can say, I want to be a part of Fun Friday, and you'll be a part of the recording in the studio and then before it goes live on Friday. So thank you so much one more time for being here today. I am the energetic EJ. Thank you, Adebusola. God bless you.
Thank
And
you.
see
Thank
you
you so
around.
much for having me. And happy birthday in advance.
Yes, 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 yes. Please, if you're watching it on YouTube, kindly subscribe. I am not losing hope. Like, I know it's just a couple of days to go now, but I am on the journey to 1K subscribers on YouTube for the Afrocentrist podcast. So if you want to be a support to that, please share this link with as many people as you know. There are amazing content on the channel that you can binge on, that you can watch and just enjoy the stories of people and lessons of life from other people. So please help me on that journey so that we'll see how far we can go with that. Yes, yes, it's my birthday on the 11th of April. I'm accepting gift though, so please slide into my DM, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Thank you
guys. See
so
you
much.
next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.